The bond is unraveling, and so is her resolve. Serenya's magic is breaking, Kaelen's fury is rising, and the truth they've both run from is clawing its way to the surface. In this chapter, love and fate collide, and one wrong choice could destroy them both. Welcome back to the Velvet Story, where passion meets destiny. If you're ready for the storm that's coming, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a chapter. Now, take a breath, and let's step into Chapter 9, The Spell Unravels. The night after their confrontation, Serenya woke with her body drenched in sweat, her wrist blazing with fire. The bracelet the witches had given her pulsed erratically, no longer the steady ward it had been. Her wolf was clawing at her insides, furious, desperate. "Break it! Break the chain! Let me know!" Serenya clutched the silver charm until it cut into her palm. "No," she hissed. "Not yet. I won't." The magic responded with a sharp, searing pain that radiated through her veins, forcing a cry from her lips. She curled into herself, trembling, until the fire dulled to a throb. But she knew. The spell was faltering. The witches had warned her. The longer she resisted, the more the mate bond would tear through the magic like claws through cloth. And Kaelen would feel it too. By dawn, the training fields were alive with movement. Wolves sparred in pairs, the ring of steel and the thud of bodies echoing across the grounds. Serenya tried to focus on the drills Calder had set for her, but every swing of her blade was sluggish, every parry offbeat. Her opponent disarmed her easily, her sword clattering to the dirt. "You're distracted," Calder muttered, frowning. "Your form is slipping." "I didn't sleep," Serenya admitted, retrieving her blade. "Then maybe you shouldn't be training today," her brother said, though his gaze softened. He lowered his voice. "You've been distant lately. If something's wrong, you can tell me." Serenya forced a smile. "I'm fine, just tired." But Calder's eyes narrowed. He didn't believe her. Kaelen had been watching from across the circle, his expression unreadable. When Calder dismissed the warriors for a break, Kaelen approached, every step deliberate. "You're pale," he said quietly, his silver eyes scanning her face, her stance. "And your wolf. It feels restless." Serenya's throat tightened. Of course he'd notice. His senses were too sharp, too bound to hers. "I'm fine," she repeated quickly, turning away. But his hand caught her wrist before she could escape. The charm flared. Pain shot through her arm, so sharp she nearly collapsed. Kaelen's grip loosened instantly, his eyes flashing in alarm. What was that? "Nothing," Serenya gasped, clutching her arm to her chest. "It's nothing." But the lie rang hollow, and Kaelen's expression darkened. "I've felt it," he said, voice low and certain. "For weeks now. The way the bond pulls at you, and the way something fights it. This isn't just resistance, Serenya. Something is wrong." Her chest seized with panic. He was too close to the truth. "You don't understand," she whispered. "Then make me," he growled, stepping closer, the storm of his presence washing over her. "Tell me why you fight this bond as though it's a curse. Tell me what you've done." Serenya's eyes stung with tears. She shook her head violently, backing away. "I can't." Her wolf snarled at her, furious at the denial. The charm blazed again, cracking faintly, like ice under strain. Kaelen's gaze snapped to it, his jaw clenched. "That bracelet. It's not just jewelry, is it?" Serenya froze. The silence between them was answer enough. Kaelen's chest heaved, rage and hurt warring in his eyes. "You went to the witches." Serenya's breath caught. "Kaelen, you bound yourself against me," he growled, his voice rough with betrayal. "You shackled the bond." Her tears spilled over, her chest twisting with guilt. "I had to," she whispered. "I had no choice." "No choice?"
His fury lashed out like lightning. You'd rather suffer, rather tear yourself apart, than accept what's ours, than accept me? His voice cracked on the last word, and it broke something inside her.
Serenya pressed her hands to her chest, trembling. If I gave in now, I'd never know if it was me choosing you, or if the bond made the choice for me. Don't you see? I needed time. I needed... But Kaelen cut her off with a bitter laugh, raw and sharp. Time? You had nothing but time, and still you run. He turned, fury radiating off him in waves. I thought you were strong, Serenya, but maybe you're just afraid. Her wolf howled in protest, furious at the insult. Serenya staggered back as though struck, and Kaelen walked away, leaving her crumpled in the dirt, clutching her weakening charm as though it were the only thing keeping her heart from shattering. The forest swallowed her footsteps, damp earth muffling the frantic rhythm of her flight. Serenya clutched her wrist to her chest, the charm burning hotter with every step, its faint cracks glowing like veins of molten silver. The witches had promised her 3 months. They had promised their spell would hold. But now, after only a few weeks in Kaelen's presence, it was unraveling before her eyes. She stumbled into the clearing where the witches dwelled, the air thick with incense and the tang of magic. The eldest, cloaked in midnight blue, lifted her head before Serenya could speak. "You come too soon," the witch murmured, her voice like rustling leaves. "The bond is breaking faster than we foresaw." Serenya fell to her knees, breathless. "Then fix it, please. I need more time." The second witch, younger and sharp-eyed, crouched beside her, brushing a fingertip across the bracelet. It hissed under her touch. "You fight nature itself, child. The mate bond is not meant to be denied. Each day you resist, the strain doubles. Already your wolf claws at the walls we built." Serenya's voice cracked. "But I can't let it decide for me. I need to know if I love him, or if I only love what fate forces me to." The witches exchanged a long, unreadable glance. Finally, the eldest spoke. "We can strengthen it once more, but it will come at a cost." "What cost?" Serenya asked, her heart pounding. "Each time we mend the chain, the pain will deepen. And if the bond breaks through despite our magic," the witch's pale eyes glowed faintly, "you will suffer the tearing of it, body and soul. You may not survive."
Serenya's blood ran cold, but the thought of giving in, of yielding completely to Kaelen without certainty, was a fear sharper still. "Do it," she whispered. "Please." The witches sighed, but they began their work. The air thickened with smoke and chanting, ancient words curling around her like thorns. The bracelet seared her wrist until she screamed, but she didn't pull away. She couldn't. When the pain ebbed, she collapsed against the earth, the charm glowing stronger now, its cracks sealed, temporarily. But the witch's words haunted her. "You may not survive." Meanwhile, in the Stormfang fortress, Kaelen stalked the empty corridors like a predator denied prey. His fists bled from where he had driven them into stone, his chest a cavern of fire and betrayal. She had gone to the witches. She had bound herself against him. Why? He had thought her resistance pride, stubbornness, perhaps even fear. But this was deliberate. She had chosen chains over him. And still, even knowing the truth, his wolf refused to let go. Kaelen braced his hands against the edge of the war table, his head bowed. His reflection in the polished steel looked more beast than man, his eyes glowing, his face twisted with anguish. "She does not want you," the beast whispered. "She does," another voice answered, quiet
but unyielding. She is afraid, not of you, of losing herself. Kaelen snarled, slamming his palm down until the map tore beneath it. None of it mattered. He couldn't command her heart like a soldier, couldn't conquer her spirit like territory. And yet, when he closed his eyes, all he saw was her face in the moonlight, her trembling lips, her unshed tears. The way she had looked at him before she ran. It was not rejection he had seen, it was torment, and it was tearing him apart. That night, as the moon climbed high, Serenya returned to the fortress, her body weak, her spirit frayed. The charm on her wrist gleamed with fresh strength, but her heart felt heavier than ever. She knew Kaelen would sense it. He always did. And when their eyes met across the hall the next morning, the storm in his silver gaze told her he already knew everything had changed. The spell may be mended, but at what cost? Serenya's heart is breaking under the weight of her choices, and Kaelen's fury is burning hotter than ever. The storm between them is only beginning, and next time, someone won't walk away unscathed. If that ending shattered your heart just a little, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Do you think Serenya was right to bind the bond, or has she doomed them both? This is the Velvet Story, and you've just heard Chapter 9, The Spell Unravels. Until next time, my wolves, stay wild.